Timmothy Pitzen was born on October 18, 2004, in Aurora, Illinois. He was the only child of James Pitzen and Amy Joanne Marie Fry Pitzen. On May 11, 2011, Timothy's father dropped him off at his kindergarten class at Greenman Elementary School. His mother, Amy, appeared at the school, taking him out of class between 8:10 and 8:15 a.m. She cited a family emergency at the cause. At 10 a.m., Amy dropped her vehicle off at the local repair shop for maintenance. A repair shop employee then drove the duo to the local zoo. At 3 p.m., Amy and Timothy returned, retrieving their vehicle. The pair then drove to the resort, spending the night. On May 12th, Amy drove to a different resort in Wisconsin. At 10 a.m., Amy was spotted with Timothy on security footage at a checkout line the next day. On May 13th, 2011, between the hours of 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m., Amy called several family members, primarily her mother and brother-in-law. She assured them Timothy was safe and not in any danger. Timothy was heard in the background of the calls, saying that he was hungry. Cell phone records show the calls were placed from an area northwest of Sterling, Illinois, near Route 40. Amy chose not to contact James directly to inform him on their safety and their whereabouts. "I have no idea why she called my brother," James stated later. His brother said that during the call, he could hear Timothy in the background playing or hanging out, but both James and his brother were particularly disturbed by one part of their phone conversation. During their conversation, Amy had declared, "Timothy is fine. Timothy belongs to me. Timothy and I will be fine. Timothy is safe." However, James had not been idle. By 3 p.m. on May 11th, he had been informed by Timothy's school that Amy had picked him up that morning. 6-year-old Timothy had jumped out of the car with his Spider-Man backpack. "I told him I loved him and to be good, and then he was gone," James Pitzen remembered. He had been attempting to locate the pair since. Jen, Amy's sister, was not overly concerned. "I thought she was just going to go for maybe just a day or two to cool off, and she just wasn't telling him where they were to get an extra dig in." On May 13th, 2011, at 7:25 p.m., Amy was seen alone on security cameras at a store in Winnebago, Illinois. She purchased a pen, notepaper, and envelopes. At 8 p.m., she was sighted alone at a different store in Winnebago, Illinois. At 11:15 p.m., Amy checked into a hotel in Rockford, Illinois. At 12:30 p.m. on May 14th, 2011, the body of Amy Joan Marie Fry Pitzen was found by a hotel maid. Sometime in the early morning hours, Amy had committed suicide. She had slashed her wrists lengthwise while taking an overdose of antihistamines. A note was discovered near her body. In her note, Amy apologized for the mess that she had created and told her family Timothy was safe with the people who care for him but would never be found. Timothy Pitzen has not been seen since. Amy Fry Pitzen had grappled with her mental health throughout her life. She had previously survived a suicide attempt and had been taking medication for depression. Amy's struggle with her mental health in the past caused a great deal of strain to be placed on her relationship with Jim. Jim recalled an argument before Timothy's disappearance about Amy taking a birthday cruise with her friend, leaving Jim behind. Before taking their son to kindergarten, Jim and Amy had an argument about Amy and her friends partying all night without informing him. Amy, who had been divorced 3 times before, had mentioned separation. It had been speculated by family that she was worried her history of mental illness would not allow her full custody of Timothy. The police investigation found that the knife Amy had committed suicide with contained only her blood. However, a concerning amount of blood was found in Amy's car belonging to Timothy. The investigation also found that Amy's cell phone was missing. A further examination of her vehicle revealed that it had been parked in a damp, grassy area near a highway. A family member later claimed that the bloodstains were the result of a recent nosebleed Timothy had suffered earlier that month. In 2013, Amy's cell phone was located along a highway north of Mount Carroll, Illinois, but the discovery did not bring any new evidence. On August 25, 2018, Timothy's story was featured on the American television series Live PD, giving viewers an age progression photograph of Timothy at age 13. On April 3, 2019, police in Newport, Kentucky followed up reports of a teenager wandering the streets. When police tracked the teen down, he told them he was Timmothy Pitzen. The next day, the authorities revealed the teen in their custody was not Timothy. The person claiming to be Timothy was discovered to be Brian Michael Rennie. The 23-year-old had been released from an Ohio Correctional Institute less than a month before the incident. According to his family, Rennie was on the autism spectrum and had a history of mental illness, including bipolar disorder. After Rennie's account was pronounced a hoax, Timothy's grandmother, Elena Anderson, stated, "It's been awful. We've been on tenterhooks, hopeful and frightened. It's just been exhausting. I feel so sorry for the young man who's obviously had a horrible time and felt the need to say he was somebody else." In 2020, Rennie was sentenced to 2 years in prison after pleading guilty to charges of aggravated identity theft related to the hoax. To this day, James Pitzen and Timothy's family hold on to the hope that Timothy will be found safe and well, returning home to make their family whole.